Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Now in this video tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how you can utilize the AI bulk actions feature. Now in order to find this feature, first you need to select create design and it will be located in the fast AI image designer section. Now in the header, you need to scroll across and you will find the feature called AI bulk actions. Go ahead and select that now. Once you select that, you will see it has now appeared AI bulk actions. Now there will be some information such as because of the high demand for this feature, it could take up to 24 hours to finish the project, but in most cases it's a lot quicker than that. Now what this will allow you to do is systemize processes and essentially save you a lot of time. Okay, so in some examples, that if you have an image that you wanted to either scale up or maybe remove a background, maybe do some face swapping, etc., etc., creating this action will allow you to systemize the entire process and allow Artistly to do all of the heavy lifting for you. So let me show you what that would look like. So if we go ahead and select create new action, it's going to start with the blank template. So here you can either do one image or you can have more than one image that you want to apply this to. So this is actually fantastic at doing bulk action jobs instead of you having to do this manually. So it's completely up to you. It just helps you automate entire processes and ultimately saving you a lot of time and a lot of money. Okay, so in this example, if I go to my library, let's say I worked on a project and I had an image that I wanted to select new. So we have this chap here. Okay, so say for example I select this, and you can select more than one image. It's not a problem, you can do that, but for this example I'm going to stick with one image so you get the gist of it. Okay, so I select one. Now you can see you can actually upload more than one image here and it'll appear like so. So anytime you put an image, even if you make a mistake, you can always cancel that out. But in this example, if I want to take this image here, okay, I can drag and drop. So if you have any personal images you have, maybe you want us to scale up or remove a background, you can just drag and drop or browse your own desktop or laptop, or you can choose from the library from anything that you've already created, or maybe your client's given you a bulk of images that they want to scale up as an example. Okay, now once you've uploaded your images in this very first section here, you'll probably see something called build action. Now this is not enabled yet. The reason being, first we have to select a step. Okay, now in this example, let's say we have this base image here that we've uploaded into an action. I want to add a step. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead and just add one more, because I think this would be even better if we just do one more and try this out. Okay, so we have two images here. Okay, just to show you how complex this is and how easy this is to use, I'm going to add a step now. I'm going to come back and add a step. Now I've got a couple of choices. Okay, and as time goes on, there will be even more steps being added to this, but however we have a few here already to get you going, but in due course we'll as this is fully and further developed, even more actions will be added here. However, here are some of the most sought after actions in this section here. Okay, so say for example the very first thing that I want to do is let's go ahead and let's face swap. So now I need to do a face swap. So for these I want to swap my faces on both images. Okay, whether you've created an image already or whether you have your own image or maybe a client image that you want to use. Now for this example I'm going to go ahead into my folder and find my own image. So either you can, like I mentioned, you can have your own images that you've created within Artistly, or if you already have a client that's giving you an image, but either or is up to you. Here we go. I'm going to find this image now. So the first action, okay, or the first step I want Artistly to do under this feature AI bulk actions is first swap the face, and it's going to apply that to both of these images. Now next, what I want to do is add an additional step, but I don't have to. So we can keep this limited as this these just one step essentially. So it's completely up to you. Instead of me doing one by one, I can just add as many pictures as I want, swap the face, and then I'm good to go. Look, now you can see build action has now been enabled. However, I want to go a little bit further and add another step. So in this example, I'm going to go ahead and do something called smart extend. Okay, so I'm going to expand the scene. And I want to make this 16 by 9 because I might want to use this as a thumbnail. Now a second step has been enabled. Now at any point, if you're unhappy with a step, you do have the ability to delete that step and you can start fresh. That's not a problem. So in this example, if I go, you can see I've deleted it and I could re-add a step if I made a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Smart Extend, put it as 16 by 9. Now we have step number 2 has now been enabled into our bulk actions list. Okay, now I can go ahead and build actions. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add one more step. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and I'm going to look at two things. Either I can have this converted to print ready as 300 DPI. So if I want to do print on demand or print on design, this would be great for that. Or I can upscale the image, either or. But for this, let's just say I want to get this ready for print. So I'm going to go for this one. Okay, now if I want, I could add another step. I could remove the background or upscale the image, etc., etc. But now I'm happy with this so far. Okay, so I'm going to just keep it as that. And then I'm going to go ahead and select build action. Now I'm going to add a name for this. So the action, let's call it test. Okay, test bulk action face swap times 2. Okay, and there we go. I'm going to go ahead and select build. Now you can see the action is now running. Now, as I've put 2 images in this process, this is why sometimes it can take up to 24 hours, but normally it's a lot quicker than that because it depends on the level of imagery or designs that you're inputting in, hence why it's called bulk action. So you can imagine if you're doing a bulk number of image like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, in this scenario, then yes, it will take time because it's going to be running so many different scenarios or different steps depending on what you've designated it to do, hence why it can take a little bit longer. But in this example, from this you can see we had those 2 images, and as you can see those images are still there. So at any point I can remove them, or I could run different scenarios. Say for example, if I wanted to remove the background, once I've removed it, maybe I want to do Smart Extend, and then once I've extended it, then maybe I want to do a face swap. Then I add some images of the faces I want there. Really simple. Okay, but for this I'm going to go back to actions, and what we're going to do is go back to personal designs because I believe they are now ready. So check this out. I have this image has been done now. Remember what we did? We uploaded the image, we've done a face swap, and we enhanced the quality of the design so it's ready for print. And likewise, this one was another image that we uploaded and it got scaled up in terms of ready for print and also face swap. So my face has now been applied, the facial features has been merged and sculpted into this overall workflow on these 2 images, and you can see how powerful this is. So these were just 2 examples that we used. Furthermore, if I wanted to, I could then go and do advanced AI I could go and edit in the advanced AI designer if I wanted to then build this out into an ad, maybe add additional imagery, anything that I want I can do. But I can always come back into the bulk action now that I've done it. Maybe I want to further develop this one, so I could select these and remove it, which ones I don't want, and then I could add an action. Maybe let's say I want to go and expand the scene. Okay, let's go ahead and build that action. Demo 1. Okay, but the great thing about these are you can see they're already nice and extended. I could actually make them a lot smaller, so if I wanted to make a different variation, there would be nothing stopping me from coming here and let's say to Smart Extend. So I want to get these mobile optimized and ready, so I'll then go ahead and do demo number 2, or I could say mobile version. And remember the main aspect of this is bulk action. Okay, bulk action meaning more than one. So if you're really using this, where you can streamline a huge amount of projects, or if you're doing this for client or personal projects, you can actually input or have 5, 10 10 or as many projects essentially as you want, because hence why it's called bulk action. So this is just going to make life a lot easier, and you can see that beautiful graphic there that is now created, which I could use for mobile devices and my ads. So then I can even go into the editor for the advanced level editing, and I can get that ready. So bulk action just makes it easy where I can come and do the same actions. I could then use smart extend for different aspect ratios depending on what I need them for, but I could make a variety. It may be the case that client wants different versions for all different types of devices, and I'm able to do that without having to do this manually, because you could imagine to do this manually it would take a little bit longer, but just having this ability of doing bulk action just automates the entire process, and it saves a lot of time, okay, instead of doing one by one process. So that's how you would use the AI bulk actions feature. And just remember, when it comes to steps, we are going to be continuously adding more, so stay tuned for this. We will be adding so many more steps just to make this process even more easier and automated and streamlined to give you the most out of Artistly. Okay, so I shall see you in another video. Bye bye.